this is Gort. I'm back on the other cam, so it's going to be a little blurry, but these I wanted to show you are California pits from California plums. And what I'm going to be doing, as you can see, I opened some up. I'll show you how to open them, and then I'll go through on how to tell if they're good or bad. And then these have been chilling either in the pit or in the plum itself for the last 3 months. It's the 23rd today, so yeah, 3 months exactly. And so we're going to be opening up the pits, checking with the water right here if they're good or not. And even if they aren't, we're still going to try to sprout them. These will be used on the property for rootstock for plums and other pit fruit. But mostly for plums. I'm trying to keep plum with plum, you know. I already have apple, and so let's get right into this. So, by the way, this is one of them right there. Very small. I cracked this one. It's very precise. Do you see the color? Do you see the color in that one? That's the color you're looking for. So it's very precise. We're gonna take this nice healthy guy right here, and we're gonna open him. We're gonna use a hammer. I'm gonna use my right hand because I'm right-handed. I could use my left, but I'm using my right. And again, you don't want to lightly tap it like this, you know. You don't want to lightly tap it, and you don't want to smash down on it, okay? You notice how I have this on a cutting pad, and then on top of that I have paper towel right here. That is to protect the table, because this can be very very demanding process. So it's almost like a flick of the wrist. You know how you throw a frisbee like this and you flick of the wrist? You're going to do the same thing. You're just going to flick of the wrist like this. And it's going to come out sounding a little loud, but here we go. 3, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 0. Okay. See, just a flick of the wrist. Let's see if we got anything. Again, these seeds are awfully small. This one's invital. Invital. I mean, look at that. You can just tell it's all shrugged up. So there's the comparison. A healthy seed from a non-healthy seed. As you can see, the comparison is the healthy one has a lot of vital life to it. This one it's breaking down basically. But we'll keep both of those for an example. But what we don't want to happen is when we hit it, you see that crack right there? We don't want that. I think it'll still grow. You just have to watch out for that. So that's telling me that I had too much water in the bag when I was chilling it for 3 months. I had some water with all the pits in here and a little paper towel to keep it moist. I had too much water, so you just want it moist almost, kind of like roots. Okay, we're going to try this guy right here. Try to clear this off for you. So there it is. And again, we're just going to flick of the wrist. That's it. That's it. That's all you have to do is a flick of the wrist. And then if you can, get it by your hand. No, I didn't even touch it. I had a shell on top of that. 1, 2, 3, flick it. 1, 2, 3 and a half. Flick of the wrist. You gotta go hard. You gotta go. You see, that was too hard. I knew that was too hard. But that's okay, because that seed's also bad. 3 months. Okay, moving on. You know, that happens. We get that. Okay, we're going to try this guy. He's right there. Oh, you see, we have a jumper, people. We got a jumper. Get him. He's a jumper. He's a jumper. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is what we call a jumper. Okay, so this one's probably healthy. We're going to do this. You see, I can never... I got it like the first 2 times. And, oh, hold the phone call waiting. No, yeah, no, that's not even it. It's right there. And again, this one, again, see how it's all shriveled up? So I had them in there for too long and too much water. They decomposed on me. But the ones that I had in the plum in the refrigerator with no water, it just had the plum meat around it. One of them was a little shriveled but still viable. The other one was completely good, like the one I showed you here. And I just put those in the refrigerator. I'm not going to leave them in for 3 months. They've already had their chill time. I'm just putting them in there until they sprout roots. And I did a video on some that had sprouted roots. And actually, from stuff just like this, we got this guy and this one right up here. We got these two. Now, when you have a good viable seed that sinks, here's the thing, when it sinks, I found that it starts to grow like this guy right here. Okay? But now, when you have a seed that's kind of less and it's a little bit more shriveled up, like this guy, it still grows, but it doesn't grow as well. Again, I have the same soil, same container, water them the same time, mist them the same time. It was sprouted the same time from the same batch of fruit, and just genetically one is doing better than the other, or it may be more sun. They're both in the same area, same amount of sun, so everything's the same with these two. I just wanted to show you the results. This is about a month and a half, and it's just in sand, topsoil sand, so which they could use watering, or at least this bigger one could. They love the sun, they love the sand, so that's perfect because that's what we have here. So we're going to try to open this guy up and hopefully we have a viable seed. Or pit, I should say. Again, okay, here we go, we're back down here. 1, 2, 3, flick it. Flick of the wrist. You see, I don't like to do it that hard though. You're like, why, eh? I'm like, hey, because, you know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. This is my bad. None of these but one will take. That is just... Okay, let's try it again with this guy right there. Oh, that one had a good crack to it. Oh, yeah. Okay, people. She's a little shriveled, but please. Give your attention right there. Look at that view. Ain't that a champ there? We're going to take her, eh? Yes, we are. Okay. We got one last one. Is it a good one? Is it a bad one? Drum roll, please. Here we go. Oh, okay. A little hard on the smash. Have to work on my smash. But there is color. It is shriveled. You see the color? The color is there. It is shriveled. So we got, okay, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you what we got going on here, eh? Okay, there. So we got 3. This one's shriveled, but a little bit bigger, and this one very nice, but cracked. So we're going to take these 3. The rest we're not taking because they're just broken down. They're decomposed. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them from here. And this is the test, the water test. Here, I'm going to zoom you in closer. That's right. Come into the laboratory. Okay, so now we're going to throw them in the water here. And what's going to happen is hopefully all 3 sink. But I think only this one right here, that one on top, is going to actually sink. We'll see. Here we go. Oh my, wow, I'm embarrassed. Okay. So the one that I said was going to sink is the only one that's floating. The other two have sunk. That is, wow. Goes to show you how much I know. Okay, I thought just because it was nice and plump and good color, goes to show you, don't judge a book by its cover, huh? Okay, the other two have sunk, but what I like to do is stir them around, really get everything agitated and see what happens a second time. And here we go, stirring around, and I still feel like an idiot here because the two scrawny ones that don't look too good are still, yeah, they're at the bottom, and the other one's at the top. I'm gonna plant all three, but the floater, actually, I'll show you the floater here. The one that I thought was gonna sink floats. So that's what they say is a telltale sign if a plant is going to live or die. But wait, hold the phone call waiting. It's sinking. It is sinking. We got a sinker. We got a sinker, people. Okay. I don't know if you can see this, but it took a while. But the one that was floating is starting to sink down. So I think we got 3 viable ones right there. Okay. I mean, either way, if they float or sink, if they have that color and some plumpness to them and they're not broken down, I would say they're going to survive. I'm not going to back my word on that 100% because obviously anything can happen. God can go one way or the other. He chooses. So we're going to take these right now, actually. Okay, we're going to take these guys. And we're going to do something interesting. Ready for this? We're going to take some paper towels right here. Here's the seeds. Here's the paper towels. Okay. We're also going to take some tin foil. Or you can use a Ziploc bag, whatever you prefer. Whatever you prefer here. Sorry for shaking you. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take the seeds out of the water. Take them out of the water. One for $1, two for $1 here. Okay, we're going to take all 3. 1. There's number 2. That one, I'll be curious to see how these guys come out. Of course, now I have to get more soil, but that's my problem because okay, come on here, buddy. It's like I'm dunking for apples here. What? Come on. Here we go. Got it. I got it. Okay, there's the 3rd. Okay, we're gonna set the water to the side, try to dry off the hands a little bit. Okay, now, as you can see, we got the 3 seeds right in there. What you're going to want to do at this point is just very simply fold the paper towels back on the seeds. Yeah, you all know this. You're like, oh, okay, you want to place the seeds somewhat like this to give them enough room to sprout because you don't want the roots to curl. Okay, you do it once, you flip it twice, and you can sometimes see where the seeds are through the paper towel. Once you get to that, you're going to go over to your sink or, your bottled water. You just need a very little bit of water. A very little bit of water from the faucet here. You're going to spritz it with water. Spritz it again. This way you don't have to water it at all. Squeeze out the water. Make sure, so you basically want a moist paper towel. You do the same thing for scion wood. Everything needs water. All revolves around water. And God. Anyways. No, that's not anyways. That is a big major fact. Okay. Right there. So there they are. The tinfoil. Or gonna take off the corner there. the tin foil, we're going to fold in half. Move this out of the way. We're going to place the seeds in there. About the half. Actually, you know what? We're going to go this way. Yeah, you can see that. Okay. Then we're going to fold this half. Nice and precise. We're going to fold the other half. And this keeps the moisture in the paper towel. Keeps them in a nice dark area. Take them out every once in a while to see how they're doing. If they start sprouting, obviously put them in. Oh, well, I'm going to be putting mine in sand or probably a mix for now because all of my sand is frozen outside. I mean, I got like, what, 8-9 inches of snow? So, yeah, okay, we're not going to get sand. Could get it from the store, but that's ridiculous because it's all around the property. I just wait until spring. So until then, I'm going to keep them in this, let them sprout, and then put them in I guess, a mix from the store. Actually, I have some potting soil that I can use that I got for the peppers. Maybe I can use that for these guys. So I have 3 here, 2 that I already put in the fridge, 2 that are already sprouted actually behind me, the 2 black containers there. And actually, I always suggest placing right off from this point, if they're going to be on your land for rootstock, placing them in the soil that's on your land. That's why I'm so hesitant right now of putting these in anything but the soil that's on the land, because I want them to get used to the soil right off. And I also want them to get used to if there's droughts on your land or if you have too much water on your land, get them used to that cycle right from seedlings, okay? They're going to be on the south side of the property, so a south-facing window is no problem because they're going to get a ton of sunlight, they're going to have a ton of sand, and the sand goes down deep. So I'm trying to get pots that are deep because I don't want the roots to curl. You never want the roots to curl because it would taint the tree. And obviously, in the end, you'll have a rootstock. If it's tainted, it won't have its full yield, and that's what you're looking for. So that's the scenario. However, these I'm probably going to have to start. You know what? I'm going to try to pick up some sand or dig through the snow to get the sand because I'm really sincere about getting them in the soil that they're going to be in for the rest of their life. I did the same thing for the apples. I used a type of sand. It wasn't the sand off this property. It was more of a rocky sand, but it was still sand. And I still used the long pots. By the way, I cleaned them. I cleaned these pots after reusing them. That's a big thing. And actually, I like to do that with all of mine. But the problem is, a lot of times I'll get plants that come in from other people, right? From other plant lovers like myself, and they'll have them in mixed soil. So what do? I keep them in the mixed soil. I add more mixed soil, and then in the spring, when the land is good, I'll take that soil out. I'll put the sand in because we got sand here. We got probably a foot of nice, luscious topsoil sand, and then underneath that is nothing but different grades of sand all the way down to bedrock, which it goes past 4 feet with sand. So there's a lot of sand. There's probably 6 feet of sand, right? And a lot of people say, well, that's not good. Not good drainage. Very fine sand. Not good drainage, and roots can't grab onto anything. I'm like, I know. So, but that's what I like to do. I got knacking cherries over there, and as I'm telling you guys and girls about the seeds here, I'm looking at them, and they're in a pot that has mixed soil. I'm thinking to myself, they're not going to do as good, but I read up, and I believe they're from North Korea originally. That's where they originate from, the Nanking cherry. You can look it up, I'm not 100% sure. And they do good in sand, which we have sand. I'd always get your pH level tested just to know where your pH level of your land is. You can get the little kits. I think we have one at the house here. Or you can have a sample taken in just to know what your pH level is so you can add or subtract as you wish. I know that vines do not do good in this sand. They do not like it. We tried it. But now here's the interesting part. We have a tree line, and then we have like 22 acres in the back. Those 22 acres are muddy. It has this rich, thick mud that goes down for probably 2 or 3 feet, and then it's pure white sand. The plants love it. In fact, we got 2 grapes to grow in that stuff. It's almost like cow manure. It's not though. This used to be cow pasture land, and then people bought different sections. We bought of the 24 acres that I'm on right now. And it's split up in different areas. So that's a big thing. So if I have anything that needs a lot of rich nutrition, I put it in the back. But the problem is with the back, it's full of trees. So the sun gets cut out. So I have to clear out a spot. Then I have to rip out the roots. And by that point, and there's so much water, so it needs to be water resistant, tolerant. That was a rabbit trail, but I'm going to try to get sand for these seeds and the ones in the refrigerator. Those that you see right there are in sand, and that's how I prefer to have at least all of my base root stocks is in sand or in a medium of hardwood chips. Oh no, not hardwood chips, hardwood shavings. With maybe I could try some bark. I actually took baby diapers and put it in the wood chips, wood shavings, cherry wood shavings that have been broken down for a year. Then I put the baby water agent in there, and I think that would be good for shipping rootstock. I have to look up and see if the chemicals are harmful to the roots, but that thing is so heavy because there's like 2 bowls of water, but it's all absorbed by the baby stuff. And I've seen them take it for the roots, and you barely have to water it. And I'm like, well, what about rootstock? Just to keep it going or to transfer it to, let's say, I'm here in New York and I transfer it all the way to California. Can I use that agent? Will it not destroy the rootstock and bring it all the way to California for a friend that I may have there or a person that wants a root stock that I have? Could I use that? I don't know. I'm going to look that up. There's a lot of communities. I suggest there's a lot of online communities. There's a lot of knowledgeable people right where you live. And I've found some, and I connect with them in person, safely, of course. And online, there's a lot of communities for plants in general. I would definitely say go there, and not just on YouTube. Read articles. Before I got the cherries, I must have read 2 or 3 different articles, talked to 2 or 3 different people, looked at the land, thought to myself, if I can put the cherries here, I can put the cherries there, what type of cherries, all that different information is very vital to their survival and have a happy, healthy plant. So yeah, get into those good communities. A lot of very nice people. I won't suggest what communities to get into because you'll choose obviously what community you want to get into. So anyways, that's about the plum pits. I've been rambling on. I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to show you how to prepare them to this stage. Put them in the refrigerator. Once they sprout, put them whatever your soil type is on your land if you're going to do what I'm doing. If not, there's multiple other ways of going about it. Okay, thanks for listening in and have a happy, safe, healthy day, week, month, year, blah, 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 blah. Gort out.